All right, so in this video, what I want to do is talk about the ecosystem and the economy and basically how it works. And so you can understand that we're building something very unique here, and we want to make sure that it has something that can be sustainable and you have a reason to actually play the game. And everyone plays a part inside of this universe, even the people that's outside of the game that just want to buy assets and to get people to play the game for them and stuff like that. Even you guys even play a part inside this universe to make the world inside feel as real as the world outside as well. Okay, so first, what I want to do is go into just it's a little document that I just put together. I'm going to make it really pretty, and then I'm going to release it onto Hiddenverse, and I'm going to also put it into our Discord as well. You guys can check it out when it's finished. All right, so let's get into it, and I'm explaining everything, and basically how everything worked together. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so we're here, and we're going to go basically over all these here. So this is the smelter, basically like the forging like metals and stuff like that. So this is the blacksmith, this is the weaponsmith, and this is construction company, fishing, and then this is car manufacturer, which is some of these are new companies, which is we just added, which is this one, fishing is being added, weapon manufacturer is already here, and then construction, and these are all new. So how it works is, the smelter basically creates the iron and stuff like that, creates the iron, the pipes, and all that stuff like that. Then the person that owns this can sell either to hidden studios, to remove some of the items from the ecosystem, so we won't have so much. Basically, so what happens is you guys don't have to worry about crashes and stuff like that. So when too many items of one thing, you can actually sell it to us, and if it's on our list of that month, then you can sell it to us, and we would basically extract from the ecosystems. All right, so other than that, which that's not really lucrative. What's more lucrative is actually working inside of here, hiring people, working, having a team. You guys is doing this, building, crafting iron and other things that's inside of it, inside of this company, and then selling the iron to these companies, because all these companies need iron to do certain things. For example, the blacksmiths need iron and other crafting items that this company can make. And I'll basically show a video in a second, showing how all this works. And basically, so once the blacksmith has the iron from, he buys the iron from, the person that owns this company buys the iron from this company. Now they're able to make weapons. And then same here. So once they buy the iron from this company, they're able to make guns and ammo. Same here. Once you buy it from this company, you're able to get resources for future jobs that you can actually upgrade buildings and stuff like that. You guys will see a video of this right here. Same here, better fishing rods, boats, and stuff like that. And then for cars and stuff. So that's that right there. Lumberjack companies do almost the exact same thing. For example, all of them do the exact same thing. Everything basically works with each other. So what I'm saying is, for like the sword handles and stuff like that, you'll basically need items from here and stuff like that. So cut your players or person that owns this company, hire people, or they can go out there themselves and cut trees and then cut logs and stuff like that, and then sell the resources to this company. Same thing as here. Same thing as here. You need it for resources as well. Same thing as here. Needed for resources as well, for architect, which is another company. So the architect and construction companies work together. Architects, you can hire architects. You can become an architect too as a job, and hire architect, and you can hire architect to basically build most creative things that you see in like Minecraft and all types of stuff like that. Create creative buildings on plot land that people own. And then after that's done, so once they build the wooden version of it, the architect is done, their job is done. They get paid by the person that paid them. They get paid by the person that wanted the building made, and then the person that wants the building made, if they want the building upgraded, then they go to the construction company, and then the construction company add on the wood, steel, and all that type of stuff like that to the business. So you guys will see that in a second. But as you can see, this makes wooden boats and wooden fishing rods, so, and then furniture as well. So that's basically it goes is a lot more, but I just wanted to put something together so you can understand how things work. All right, so weaponsmiths need again their crafting items. Then they craft ammo, guns, and then they sell it to the gun stores, galley guns, hitting arms, stuff like that. Blacksmiths again, melee weapons, so swords, shields, stuff like that. Fashion designers, you need like cloth, leather, fiber, all these type of things that's inside of the world. You gather those items and then you buy them from the auction house, and there's going to be other places coming up where you can actually get the. Oh, what we do have one place, which is like the parody of Home Depot. It's like a parody of Walmart. You can be able to get like certain equipment and resources for clothing, but you won't be able to get all the clothing. This will it will go into how the players that do the raiding and the PvPs are important as well, and why you guys need them as well. Now, fashion designers then makes the clothes that sells to like Hidden Drip in the clothing stores. And the clothes all comes with like different attributes and stuff like that, buffs your characters. For example, you can actually get the work outfit for construction, and it helps you actually craft faster and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool things what we're doing with the system here. So fashion designer makes the clothes, then sell the clothes to clothing stores. Gas. So gas stations and fuel stations play a huge part. So you need fuels to work the stations that's inside of these places. Some stations and the lumberjack company you need fuel for as well. So that's you could get that from the gas station. Gas station is also important, which we have different fuel stations for helicopters and tanks and stuff like that, and submarines as well. And then, but the cars and trucks, they all go to the gas station to get gas there. So people can, the day-to-day, and I'll show you in the video, the day-to-day work load. You have somebody, if you work at the company yourself, by yourself, you'll be doing a lot. But if you have people working with you, so you could send somebody to go pick up gas from the gas station. Mining, which is way more than this, way more because there's a lot of companies inside of the game. But mining is a very important business and a very important job because a lot of the stuff inside of the ecosystem and the economy actually revolves around mining. Actually, everything is actually very important. So as you see here, everything is tied to each other. So mining for like rare weapons, rare ammo, rare guns. Mining also helps with rare resources for construction. Again, then you take the mining to the smelter, and then this actually will turn into like iron ore, ingots and gold bars and stuff like that. So this is very important right here as well. So these two synchronize very well. And then furniture as well can basically with the furniture store for all these companies here, or actually all the companies and the hideouts. Furniture, you can franchise your stores and your businesses and stuff like that to make it look as your own. You don't have to look like a carbon copy of another company. Normally the companies that looks the same are franchises. Now here are the players. So the PvP, PvEVP, the people that go out on loot and stuff like that, they're very important because there are resources that none of these jobs can actually go get. So you actually need people to sell things to these companies, or they can sell to the auction house, which that's how it actually work. You have to be somebody, have to be on the auction house from the company to buy some of these things here. So these guys have to go out there and do what they're going to do, like PvP each other, just go out there and loot, work with each other, and then they sell the stuff on the auction house, and you guys that own these places, which is literally almost 100 companies that's coming into the game, will be buying from these guys, and these guys will also be buying from themselves as well. You'll see more in depth inside of a video I'm going to play in a second. Employees, well, somebody has to do the job, right? So because it's really like it's a quality day, like where you just don't have to play the shooting side of the game. You don't have to actually ever have to do that. You know, this section of the game has to be done. So somebody has to do it, right? So this is important for these people here. And then you got the police, and people will eventually realize that these people who aren't actually out there looting and stuff like that are actually very important. Because if you kill these type of players, right, then there's no ammo being made and stuff like that. So that's how that works. Everything as you see it, everything is tied into real life. This is actually how the actual economy works, and it gives every item in the game an actual use case. So supply and demand is very, very important inside of the game. Farming is very important due to like crops and stuff like that, and you can sell the crops to, and also the farm animals. You can sell them to supermarkets, restaurants, alchemy, drug people who sell drugs and make drugs, and then herbalists as well. So the people who collect, if you have a farm like a crop field, stuff like that. So if a crop field, this would be good for crop fields, and farms will be good as well. Transport works with every company. So transport basically drops off, materials and resources and everything like that. So maybe you might need, you don't want to hire somebody to go pick up the stuff like that. You can hire a company, and the company will just drop off everything. You work the numbers and how you guys will work with each other and stuff. And transport companies are very important, and they're the most safest too as well. Normally these guys will be having mercenaries and stuff with them. This is basically how we're going to plan the gameplay loop, and if you guys don't have to play it that way if you don't want to, so you guys can actually be solo and truck drivers, and you don't have to worry about bandits and stuff like that. But to protect the transport, you should always have a mercenary to make sure that the transport actually gets to where it needs to go to. Post offices are very, very, very important as well. Post offices, when we actually give you something to your game, you actually go to the post office to pick it up, so it just don't pop up into your inventory. You actually have to go to the post office to get it. Transport also drops off cars, so if you buy a car on the marketplace, it drops off the car to you. So these things are very important, and banks are very important because it protects all of the resources if you don't have room for anything like that. So like a security box, deposits is in here, as well as putting your money inside here as well. Players has skill levels when it comes to crafting. So as you can see, that every business has a crafting component into it. Well, not every, like the franchises and stuff don't have crafting components to it, but the businesses that makes it where the franchises and the other businesses are able to sell the stuff that they're selling all have crafting, and that's basically what the jobs are doing. You're crafting, finding the materials, gathering the materials from people that found the materials, going on to the auction house, looking and buying the materials that you need, cutting deals with other players and stuff like that. So these are jobs that you actually need. You think you guys should definitely be coming up with strategies on how to actually maximize this. And then you have players that can go to school, because there are schools, and they can learn different skill sets to basically craft certain items that can't be crafted by people who don't have skill sets, or how to work with certain machinery and stuff like that. So that's very important as well. And some of the items you can't even find in school or in bookstores. You can only find them by looting and going into the world, which gives a reason for the people who are going out in the world, when they find a rare, like a rare skill set that can be taught or be learned and stuff like that, they can place it onto the auction house, and then the auction that, and sell it for a good amount of profit. So creating huge demand on items inside of the game. So how everything works, how the ecosystem works exactly like the real world, but we're going to make sure the ecosystem makes sense and in-game currency can be purchased. Something very similar, we're doing similar to shark cards. This will get a player the full ability to buy everything that's inside of the stores to make a profit as well. Players will be able to buy in-game currency to buy stuff in stores. So the people who own businesses will be able to fill up their stores with in-game currency. So they buy in-game currency and then place it inside of the stores. So the stores are able to buy items from players and stuff like that, and then they'll be able to turn it around, do services, do craft items, and turn it around for a profit and stuff like that. So it's to extract money from this ecosystem. Again, we're cleaning this up. The ecosystem will be from testing from the players. We'll be actually really testing this coming update and further on updates. So we actually getting the token together and everything right now. So again, like, this will be cleaned up and everything. And you guys will have a walkthrough 100% of how everything. So we'll get together with some of the playtesters inside of that we have currently right now and come up with prices that make sense for the ecosystem. So when you sell to us directly, how much tokens you get for a certain resource, whatever the case may be, and what type of resources that we will be taking from players and companies and stuff like that. All right, so you must have $50 to $100 in your in-game bank account to convert over to our token. So this basically save you just dump in the token. And then extracting the token just for, just I made 5 cents, I'm going to extract it. We don't want to do that. So $50 to $100. And then you also must need a key to convert. So it don't have to be a cosmic key. It can be a Tyro. It can be a starter key all the way to Abraxas key. And that's that. So what I want you to do, all right, so that's that. Now what I want you to do is check out these videos right here that basically explain the fashion design, how that company works, and basically how it works as in being an employee to it, and also how a day-to-day job of being a construction worker works inside of the game. So check it out. I'll see you later, and make sure you watch the other video that I just released as well with this video as well. Comment, like, share. We're definitely about to actually have Polygon announce us. I wanted to make sure that 0.02 was out due to the fact that we just recently had the meeting with Polygon. They really love what we got going on, and when they announce us and talk about us, I really want those people in the world to see something very different, like something like this right here versus just a gameplay loop of just the concept of how the players or the PvP and PvE players, how that system works. I just wanted to show the other system on the life, like whereas like the world is actually alive and you guys are actually doing things other than just shooting monsters and each other and stuff like that. So I wanted to show that. So show the 2 different sides. Soon you guys will see the mini games and stuff like that. So the people that don't even work inside of the game, but you just want to have fun and play mini games, hang out at the theme parks and stuff like that. Just hang out, just talk with each other, build up their hideout, make it look really cool. Buy cars, customize the cars, stuff like that. So all those features and stuff will be shown throughout the time as well. Hunting is actually, we're working on hunting right now, and farm animals and stuff like that is being worked on as well. All right, so you guys know what to do. Catch you later. Thanks for watching this video. All right, so this is one of the new businesses, which is construction. You'll be placed in different cities and different areas and stuff like that, multiple places. So places that you can build construction and stuff like that. So this is the cool thing about this right here. This is Call City right here. So there will be one in Ethos, and there will be one in Shape Point as well, and the new cities that we're about to develop. So this is the person that owns the construction company will own one of these places, and this is how it works. So when you come into work, you don't have to be the person owner. You can actually hire people as well. When you come into work, you will access this pump. We actually add more things to do as well. But you access this pump. Just go into that right now. So concrete pump, and basically make concrete and more things and stuff be added. So this is actually moving to somewhere else, with different station. But just for examples to show you. All right, so to craft concrete, you need 2 fuel. So we'll be doing that in a second. But to craft this, you need 10 concrete right here. So you need this, and these things will be used to create other stuff. So, and how the construction company works is when architects builds buildings, so they can build the buildings. So you can now build your own type of building. So, for example, there's land over here. There's land over there, and you'll be able to build on top of land. So you'll be able to build things, or you'll be able to build on top of land that we're going to actually add here. Place of, you can redeem the plot of land, and you'll be able to hire an architect to build different types of cool, crazy buildings on top of your land. Then you can hire a construction company to come upgrade. So they'll build it in wood, and then the construction company comes put cement and stone all over the building. So that's how that will work. So how as a day of work, where somebody is working on the construction pump, the concrete pump, there's going to be other things, other things to do. We come up here and stuff like that. We'll be working on these things, you know, letting you guys come up here and do other work. So there's other things coming. And then there's going to be more things that you can do. So different departments of work here. And then over here, you can basically register what type of construction you need. So different types of build types. So if you want your building that you just got an architect to come and build, if you wanted to make concrete, steel, whatever the case may be, you can. So now let's get into how things work. All right. So now we have the fuel here. We made the fuel, and then we'll go to the pump. So me working a day to day of work, I just basically do this, and then I can either add more bags and take these away because I don't want to use the person I'm working for all the fuel up, because you can tell the person, well, don't use all the fuel, and I'll explain how to get more fuel and how everything works. So to get more fuel, while we wait for this, to get more fuel, you'll need to go to gas stations, go out and find it into the world and stuff like that, so people can actually sell it to you as well, if they find it in the world. But you can go to gas stations and get fuel there as well, given another use case for gas stations. All right, so now we are crafting. We will have six pumps. So we need to do a stop the fuel. So it burnt my other thing. So the person I work for will be pissed because now they just lost fuel. They just lost fuel, and now they got to pay for that. So you just lost some money. So you put this here, and then you can work out the deal after you've done work. So to say that a person say, make me, craft me, let's say 20 of these, and you have somebody go get fuel. You can have one person go get fuel while this one person is just doing this here. Somebody can take a break, go say I'm hungry, go to over here, and it's not going to be no restaurants in here, but which would be adding more stuff like this actual city, in Claw City, where you can actually there's a restaurant in here, but more restaurants and places will be added. But yeah, so people can just go do things. So it's like right now I'm waiting for the person to bring fuel back to there, so I can just go looting, whatever the case may be, and just go do my job, right, and then come back and work. So that's the cool thing. And after all this right here, the importance of having this right here, because now you need these things to basically upgrade someone else's. So when you get hired, you'll need these resources to upgrade someone's, to do your job basically. So you get hired, let's just use this as an example. Let's just say that someone built this right here, and this is made in wood, and you want to, you get hired to do this, but you must have the required resources to do this. So you can charge for the amount of resources that will cost to basically complete that project for that person. And you can just basically come up with your own price, or you can go by how much each one of these things costs. So Let's see. So if you do the math, you split all of them up right here, and they're $450 a piece in game credit. So that will be all together. If you put them all together, that would be $11,250 in game money. So if you actually do the math of just doing this job on, let's say it takes that many 25 um, concrete to actually build up someone's wooden building. Let's say it takes 25 bags of that. That would be $11.25, an equivalent of in-game currency. Now, so let's just say that there's too many concrete bags inside of that server's economy, or there's too many concrete bags inside of the game period of all the servers, and the price of concrete is plummeting due to so much of it. We will actually You can actually sell concrete, these type of items, fuel, concrete. We'll have a list of items that you guys can sell to us. In the studios, doesn't really mean us, in the studios, and we will actually have the price of what we'll buy it for in NIF tokens, and you guys will be able to sell it to remove it from the economy. So that basically keeps the economy clean, and gives another use case for the token, and also use case for items and supply and demand. So basically just working, right? Someone working and grabbing fuel. You need fuel to create this, to create these bags. These bags are needed to upgrade buildings that people have hired architects for. Even the items that the architect need, there are other companies that inside of the game that needs to do their job, so the architects are able to do their job. So they can go to with the parity of Home Depot and get all of the pieces to build the foundations of the building and stuff like that. So a lot of things, and for that, the parity of Home Depot to even get their inventory, they need lumberjacks, miners, the smelters, even the construction company to sell some of the stuff that's inside of there as well too. So everything has a purpose. Everything has supply and demand. So some servers will be in recession due to the fact that some people may not own construction companies. Some people might not own architects and stuff like that. So some servers may not have these type of things in here, which these servers, but these are very important companies and businesses. But if no one owns or buy them, or whatever the case may be, in that server, then it's a lot of things that the server will be missing inside of type of gameplay loops. So again, this is just one of the working stations that's inside of the construction. So it'll be multiple different working stations inside of the construction company. So that's just the concrete pump. There's multiple things that you need resources for to actually build buildings, to upgrade the buildings that the architects build for other players or owners inside of the game. Another thing, which is pretty cool, is you actually need certain skills, and so you need to learn certain things to actually even craft certain items. So to craft this, you actually need to be knowledgeable on how to craft this item. This makes the dynamic, even dynamic demand on players who actually have learned the skill to craft this. And other items is going to be much more. It's just right now, just for the test and for you guys to play test it. So for the players that found either you can go to school for it, but let's just say that you can't learn this in school. You actually have to find the item, the book, to actually learn the skill set to craft this item. Now the person that found that book can actually list that book onto the auction house, and now people that work at construction companies can go buy that book from the auction house, which makes the player who sold it some money. If they got a key, they can convert that in-game currency into a token. And now the person that bought the book can now further their education inside of building recipes and stuff like that. So everything literally has a supply and demand. Every person has a reason to play the game. So again, if you're waiting on someone to pick up the fuel, you can just come over here and just like, okay, cool. Well, I'm getting hungry. As you can see, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting thirsty. So what I can do, I can just come over here and just go looting. And if you run into another player, talk to them and say, hey, please don't shoot me or whatever the case may be. I'm just taking a break from work. I'm trying to get some food, and basically you can just say, well, this is an empty bottle. Got some coffee right here. Got some energy drinks, some bread. And then you just, okay, instead of buying food from the store, you can do it this way, right here. If, clearly if that place isn't, if it hasn't been looted already, 9 times out of 10, this probably be looted by that time. So now you're able to continue to go to work or just continue to go out here and wait for the respawn times where everything respond back. So if all these are looted, you could just wait, go to the casino, go do something else, go shopping, do other things, and just wait until the respawn times, or wait until you got to go back to work. So when somebody say, "Hey, I got the fuel," you can just say, "Okay, cool, I'm coming back to work," and then you just go back to work. And these items are here. You can just take these items. If you don't need these, take these back to your hideout, which is your house, or like take this right here, but these are $9 a piece. Take these and just go sell them to the jewelry store, or sell them to other players in the auction house. This is going to be a very rare place to go to, because these will have weapons. It's going to be nerfed, of course, but just for testing purposes. So all these items are sellable. So again, right now, if you just hit jackpot like this, if you ever hit jackpot like this, you want to go straight home. Don't risk nobody killing you and taking your loot. Go straight home, drop the items off, and then come back to work. So that's what you do. And if you don't have a home, you will want to go to a bank, open a bank account, and get and pay for a security box, and then just basically put these items inside of here. So even that has a supply and demand. Even the banks have a supply and demand. Security boxes go from small to large, and the bigger they are, of course, the more they cost. So, and that's basically how the system works. All right. So just like the construction, we're going to actually show you. So you can own a lot of these buildings. These buildings not right here due to the fact that you can't go in those. But buildings that you can go into, you can actually own. This building has multiple different places that people can put their businesses at. So we're going to show the fashion designer business right here. Of course, it's empty. You guys actually decorate your own building and stuff like that. So you can rent this space out right here. You rent it out from the person that owns the building, and then you basically decorate however you want it to be. So how do you get the decorations? You get it from the furniture store, as you see how everything works. Okay, so now it's basically the exact same thing. So you would just need the pieces to actually create these items, to craft these items. And as you can see, we have a female and male system now, so you can craft clothing for different genders, for females and males. So so that plays a huge part inside of the game now. And basically, you just need these type of things. There's going to be multiple different different things to basically, you can't put this here because I don't have anything, none of this items. There's gonna be multiple different types of clothes that you'll be able to get from the marketplace. For the person that owns this place, to be able to have different types of clothes, to be able to put in the marketplace, so you can craft different types of clothing from your store that you won't have anywhere else, due to you have stuff in the marketplace that you got from us, and then you can craft it. You hire somebody that does this right here. If the crafting skill is high, or if they know a skill to craft the item that you may not have, or they have the skill set. They learn the skill set to craft that. Just like the same thing. Everything is basically the same, but just different things. So after you're a fashion designer, what you do, you basically build your stuff, and then you take it to stores. So you take your clothes to stores, and you're able to sell those clothes to different stores. So let's just say that this was a clothing store. Somebody opened a clothing store here, or you go to Hidden Drip, which is one of the franchises. You can sell it to them as well. This is for the exchange. It's going to be pretty cool. So you can take your items that you worked on, and your clothes that you worked on, and or someone else worked on for you, and you can sell them to other places and other stores and stuff like that, and you make income that way as well. And again, exactly the same thing. We'll have a list for clothing that we will be buying if it's to keep the economy from tanking and stuff like that. Sometimes we actually will tank economies on purpose due to the fact that sometimes some things just needs to be extracted from, from liquidity and all that type of stuff like that. So with inside the game, not in real life, the game. So so that's how fashion design work. This is one of the new businesses. So don't worry, I still optimizing the map, so a lot of this won't be a thing, like stuttering and stuff like that. So I'm still optimizing the map, and plus this is real huge. You go all the way over there. You can go all the way over there. You can go all the way over there. Over there, there's another city over there. So just know that. But anyway, with that being said, if you have any questions, you guys already know what to do. This is how basically clothing, not armor though, because the armor is a whole different type of business, So that's the blacksmiths. So blacksmiths create armor and stuff like that. To create different types of armor, it's going to be like for like the space suits and all that stuff like that. That's going to be a whole different business and everything. And everything works with each other. So again, you may need like let's say that you creating clothes, and clothes got some type of stone on it or something, wherever the case may be, some type of metal on it. You need parts from mining companies and stuff like that. So every company and business and franchise, they all work together. Even with the internet service, when we show the computers and everything like that, show certain things that connects to the internet in the game, you actually had to go and pay the person that owns that to keep the internet inside your house on and stuff like that. So we're making it very dynamic, and it's going to be very fun for you guys. So I'm going to be soon adding NPCs and stuff. That I gotta just optimize this thing, because this thing is huge. But it'll be optimized, not to the full potential where it's going to be, but for playtest 0.0.2, you guys will be very playable, and you'll see this world be super alive. All right. So if you have any questions, you already know what to do.